All right, welcome to Coffee and Convo with RE and Chosen. Today's topic: emotionalism versus rationalism,
Or
and the way Chosen says it, or thought
we
process,
thought process,
um,
consequences,
repercussions,
and
consequential
repercussions on them
There
actions.
we go. On those actions.
On them
Okay.
actions, man. Yes, yes,
All right,
yes,
bro.
Lord.
Chosen. Let's run with your point of view on this.
All right, man. So, um, basically, you wanna
Thought process.
think about you think about your thought process. Most people don't usually do this, but yeah, most people don't usually do this, but it's always good to think about what your actions is gonna lead to if you act on the whole "I wish a nigga would." You know what I'm saying?
Having the
So
wish a nigga would mentality.
yeah, when you had that wish, when you
Or
actually carry through with them wish a nigga woods, man.
my favorite one is they don't know me.
They don't.
They
Hold on,
don't
you
know
don't
me.
know me. You don't know me, cause
That
I'll
one.
mess everything up. I'll get in here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
That one.
you. So
So
where I'm gonna take this at is, how I always like to say, how people sit up and say stuff like, man, you learn from your own mistakes.
mhm.
And I'm like, okay, that's true. There's merit. But yourself, but from yourself, it's millions of motherfuckers that make mistakes, and you can learn from watching they ass fuck up. Like, I mean, that's just how that's just how I see it too. I'm not just watching your mistakes. I mean, my mistakes. I'm looking at the repercussions and the consequences of your actions. Like, every time I see a domestic violence case,
Okay.
you see on TV, okay, this dude that got beat up by his woman, or this woman that got mistreated by her man.
Hmm.
If you don't like if you don't like pictures, don't beat people, because there will be mug shots. You know what I'm saying? If
If
you
you don't
don't,
like bad pictures, don't
you
do
know what I'm
anything to go
saying?
to
Don't
jail.
do nothing to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like, if you don't want three of them on you in a two-man cell, I mean, don't do nothing. Don't
Okay.
be Dave. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you
Silly.
see so many issues and things of people. Like, what do you think is? Oh, this not gonna happen to me. I'm me. And then,
All right. So I wanna go to that. I wanna go to
okay,
that. I wanna go to that because that's not always the case. That's not always the case. Some of us react at a drop. Yeah, we react. Um, Sometimes the emotional state can be so overwhelming.
oh yeah, yeah.
You just snap.
You just snap and then
Exactly,
okay,
you
yeah,
just snap. So you have to take that into consideration as well. Not
okay,
everyone is strong enough to be rational all the time. Because that law with the blind rage is real.
yeah. It is. I
It's
definitely
real.
get it. So, but that's where, okay. For instance, I for one say I may not be at I may not be at the physical prowess that I want to be at, as far as like my martial arts, or as far as my style
Hmm.
or my physique, right?
Hmm.
So if I don't want to do that, then what I got to do? If I want to get that better, what do I have to do? My initial thing is to say, okay, Negro, you need to train, right? Same way
Okay.
you train your body, it should be the same way you train your thought process. Because if you know you don't want to, so if you don't want to get sick, you might want to start eating better. You might want to get on some vitamins. Those are the options. So, so not taking anything away from your point to say, yeah, it's the reaction. But
Hmm.
we want to be in the more control of ourselves as we can, because we notice that we get the best results from that. So I would just say, to take your point further, like, dude, and to go back to mine, to kind of like fuse the two together. Like,
Hmm.
okay, How am I gonna be the best person if I know good and well I get set off by this right here, and I got two strikes and three will land me forever gone. I might want to get into this mental gym and this hyperbolic time chamber and train myself to be a little bit better than what I am. Because it's our fault if we don't. It's our fault if we don't do better after learning better. Like, what did you do? Like,
Which
did
take
you
us back to the
like?
first show we had.
Hmm.
That takes us back to the first show we have about belief systems.
Yeah.
It takes us back to our foundation, what we believe, our laws, our constitution,
Hmm.
right? What
Yeah.
we live by, and how to apply the knowledge that we gain. So that that takes us back to that. So once we've gained the knowledge, we learn what we needed to learn to apply it, that we receive the
Wisdom.
tools. We should be, there you go, we receive the tools, that wisdom, we should be able to better maneuver our thought process.
Hmm. And
That's
then
what you're
hopefully
saying,
better
right?
to and the whole yeah, and hopefully be able to use them reactions because like in martial arts, it's like you trained in martial arts to not ever engage in a physical confrontation
Content.
while
Yeah,
you're
right.
angry. While you're angry, because if you do that, you won't be at your 100% because the body follows the mind.
Mm.
Whatever
Hello.
this says,
I
this
want
is
you to
what you
repeat. I want you to repeat that for those that go back and watch this. That's not
yeah.
live with us now. Your body follows the
Yeah,
mind.
your body's gonna follow your mind. So
A lot of people don't realize that.
yeah, the body follows the mind, and so that's where they teach you in self-defense or martial arts. You never engage in a physical confrontation or any confrontation for that matter. You never engage in that when you're not all the way up here when you are angry. Yeah, you're gonna get mad, but that's what it. You have to learn to train yourself how to be slow to anger. Now, where did I hear that from? Be
This is
slow
where
to
we need
anger.
Frederick, because Frederick will be in the background saying, "That's scripture."
Yeah, be
That's
slow
scripture.
to anger.
Be slow to anger.
So,
Okay, so thought process. Go
mhm.
ahead. You
So
still going? Keep
you
going.
training you train your thought process and do that. So if you keep training your thought process and looking towards like the consequences of your actions, then I believe because you're not gonna be perfect. But if you can stay in your right mind, then you'll know to not do. Now you remember, I don't know if you saw this, but I had made a post. It was a funny post or whatever. One of my Facebook friends thought it was serious, and it was like
Mhm.
I said, well, when you having a conversation or an argument with a coworker at your job, and they spit in your face, what are you gonna do? Like the process,
The
yo, the
process.
like your thought process is gonna be.
I'm finna
I
whoop you
need to
for real.
find out what your parents, your next of kin, because
I
funeral
don't need to
arrangements
find
is about to get
nothing.
ready. So you know what I'm saying?
That's not
Funeral
my problem.
arrangements is about to be finna be made or whatever. I
That's
ain't
not
got
my problem.
time. You know what I'm saying? That's off top. But
Yep.
then when you think about it, but after you thought about that, so like
After you
not
thought
being
about
training your thought process to be like, now what can hurt this motherfucker bad? So it was like, and how can I come out this unscathed? Okay, let HR handle it. Like that's what the
rationalism.
rational thing to do would be. But when that emotion kick in, boy, you be like, kill this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But hurting them even that bad, I would love like me. Well, you have to. Then again, you have to figure out what appeals to you more. You know what I'm saying? Like I always sit up and say like, no, dude, death is too easy. We don't know what's on the other side of that. If I sit up here and if I send you to Chrome, if I send you to your maker, whoever you call God, if I send you there, how am I to know that you just don't go there and then you just be recycling energy and this and that? You might be in paradise or some shit, and you did some stuff that just pissed me off. And then, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't know that. So guess what? I'm gonna find a way to kill you without killing you. I mean, watching
Wow.
you suffer. Like, if I can sit up here and
And
know
I
that you kind
understand
of
that.
suffer for that, then yeah, because it's too easy. So, if I can sit up here and say, you spit in my face, and HR walk you up out that bad boy, and I'm sitting up here and I see you later on, and then you over here at the workforce, and you at the workforce, and now you got to collect your unemployment check, and I'm gonna look at you, knowing my crazy behind, will look at you and walk over, and I'll do this number right here. I'll be like. And then I'll be like, I'm counting money. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? I still got my job. You don't. So that's like the rational part of it. Yeah, I want to kick your behind because I said, yeah, I'm gonna let HR handle that. But after hours,
So,
I'm Batman. I'm finna brood, look over the
but
thing, and
that
wait till
goes
you
to
walk by. Mm-hmm.
that goes to like we were saying, the rationalism, the emotionalism, and it's not just a certain situation like that, because it can get so deep and so quick. Not everyone, like I said, it's going back to it. Not everyone
Not
is going to
everyone is
think
gonna think like
they're
that.
going to react, because
Mm-hmm.
you have to. There are people out there that are extremely quick tempered,
Yeah.
extremely. Case case in point. There are people that are extremely quick tempered, and it takes training. I had to walk through a lot of fire to get to the point where I could walk away now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cause
you know me,
fire don't feel good.
fire don't
Why
feel.
am
I
I
had to
getting
walk
burned?
through a lot of
Why am
fire,
I getting burned? And
hmm and I'm the
I'm the
victim,
victim. You know what I'm
right?
saying? So
You
like
know,
what? And this is another thing, not to cut you off, but that's another thing that you really want to think about. Like I watched people go through like bad relationships, and they it's like you getting burned. I understand you trying to get your Shaka Khan on, I understand you trying to get you through the fire and prove some stuff, but like you getting burnt and they ain't even spitting on you to put you out.
exactly.
So it's like, you gonna have to think it's time to come up out of there. You the victim. You can stay in there until you burn to a crisp, and then you will be no more victim because you will be no more. So
So I enjoyed a lot of fire. For me to learn, I couldn't react to everything.
hmm
I had to start thinking, and not thinking in a matter of out of fear or anything. It was more what was best for me in the end.
the end result. There you
The
go.
end result. What is best for me? I can continue to go head to head with everybody that crossed my path, pissed me off, got under my skin, and
Where
trust
did
me
it
when
get
I
you?
tell you, it got me a lot. Have you not seen my gray hair? It got me a lot of gray hair and a
Yeah, where
lot of
did it
illness.
get you? hmm
That it didn't benefit me in the end. And when I had to, there came a time where I was under so much pressure at home, at work, and within myself, period. And one day I couldn't take it anymore. It was like I would wake up and cry and go on to my day and go to work and be there frustrated, pissed off, hating everybody that's around me.
You pulled you pulled a Bilbo Baggins, didn't you? You remember when Gandalf was trying to take the ring from his ass and that Joker turned around.
Oh, Lord,
You pulled one of them, huh? You turned, I can't take this no more.
I can't take this no more, man. I was so mad. I couldn't handle it anymore. And it was one simple act that occurred that had nothing to do with me directly.
Yeah.
But it was a decision made because of me. And that was the last straw. I said, you know what, this is it. I'm done. I threw my hands up.
Right.
I'm done. Walked away from the job. Didn't give a flying hoot
You didn't
nanny.
give a fuck.
But yeah,
I'll say it for you.
you say it for me.
I'll say it for you.
Say it for me. Yeah, you know me. I had that dose. I had an overdose of that and walked away.
And just walked. Because at the end, it's like, okay, is this
I
really
didn't
worth
care.
it?
Yeah,
Like,
I
is it
didn't
worth
care.
it? Nah, it ain't.
I didn't care if my money was coming, where it was coming from. I said my thing was God would provide because He didn't put me in this situation to feel like this. I could not handle it, and I walked away.
Especially when you didn't. Orchestra.
do anything. Yeah, I didn't do
You
anything
didn't
to
go.
deserve it. I didn't. Yeah, no. And
Mm-hmm.
it was just it's what I equate to fiery darts.
Mm-hmm.
I equate it to that where it because it was during a time where I was really heavy in my Bible study,
Yeah.
and it seemed like no matter where I turned, I was under attack every which way.
Mm.
Mentally, emotionally, physically, I was being attacked every way.
And you had to run to seek refuge.
Yes, I had to. Because if it wasn't for me being rational, baby,
Well,
I'm
we kind
talking
of
like
know how
it's
you
all
are with
boom.
emotional. Katie Kaboom.
Yeah, Katie Kaboom. Now, I
Yeah,
didn't
you
get that
know,
nickname for
yeah,
nothing.
yeah, Katie
Katie
Kaboom.
Kaboom.
Yeah.
So it took, when I say I went through a lot of fire to get to that point to learn how to think, change the way I was thinking. Because and yes, I was that person that at any time all you had to do was space and opportunity, baby. Space and
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. All
Cause
you had to
see,
do
yeah, but see what you was doing at that time is it goes back to what we were saying earlier, man. What you was doing at that time was training. You have to do that training because it's like, okay, I want to protect the ones I love. I have to get
is.
stronger. And the only way for me to get stronger is for me to train. So, the one thing that you love is to be yourself, your inner peace, your energy, which I spell energy different. I don't spell energy Energy. It's Innerg. You know what I'm saying? So your energy is what you can the inner you, the inner God, that energy, you know what I'm saying, is what you
Mm-hmm.
want to gravitate towards, and it can be it's immense. There's no limit. So when you train, you get to a point to where you break those barriers, and then you can do what all those other people say that they really can't do. I don't see how you do it. Oh, you know what? And you know the situation that I have been enduring. I get
Mm-hmm.
so many in my I get one I got one cousin in particular. He be like, I don't know how you do it, cuz I'm like, I'm gonna tell you how I do it. Cause I done seen so many motherfuckers fuck up and they be sitting up and trying to go upside somebody's head. Me, I'm different. I ain't got time for having three on men, two man cells. I don't like mug shots. I'm not about to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I figure out other ways by watching other people. Okay, how can I hurt somebody without actually hurting them? And it's like, okay,
But the point is to get to the point where we don't want to hurt anyone.
mm,
That right there is
you know
the
what?
icing on the
That
cake.
that right there. So it's like so that too. Let me get on that, and that makes it that much easier because everybody has a certain point of laziness to them. If I
Mm-hmm.
gotta work to get, then it's like, okay, oh, I gotta do this. I mean, I gotta plant this booby trap, and that's work.
Right?
But
And
then when
that's
you
how
start
we
thinking, then when you start thinking about my homegirl, man. My homegirl, she just she just raw with it, man.
grow
And I'm
with
glad I
it.
and I'm glad and I'm glad I met her, and I'm glad I'm able to rely on my homegirl because she let me be lazy. Karma? My homegirl Karma, she be like, don't worry about it. That's less that you got.
So,
You got time to get you some moats and not have to plan no demise. I got that.
and that's see, your thing is you don't want to work. My things, I'm like my hands dirty. I
You can
don't
still
want
get your
nothing.
hands, you can still get your
I don't
hands
want
dirty.
no.
It's
I said I don't want my hands dirty.
oh
I
yeah,
don't even
yeah.
want
See,
nobody
yeah, I'm
to
like, I don't
say,
want to have to work to plan your demise. Like, oh, all I gotta do is this. Okay, cool.
yeah.
Just speak your
But see,
mind and
and
say
that's
what you want to allow. And that's it.
and that's it. That's it. But I don't like my hands dirty. And even
Yeah,
if
the
I'm not
same.
the one doing it, I don't want nothing to come back and bite me in my behind.
Nah,
So
you know what I like, but you know what? As growing, you know what I like though. I like being able to be sit back, like when the storm is coming, and like, hey,
oh,
what? It was there was a movie that did this. Ghost.
oh
Perfect
yes.
example. Ghost.
Perfect example.
When
Ghost.
Sam saw Carl finally die or whatever, and
Yeah.
nigga, you know you did so much fucked up shit, and then Carl just had this look on his face like he don't know. Now Sam done seen what happens when your ass is the bag
Yeah.
when the bag get ready to come after you. What all he could do is like he had to look. He was like,
Mm.
Oh, Carl. It was like, oh, Carl. Like, dude, it ain't nothing that I can. Like, you was behind killing me. You was the one
Mhm.
that did this. You did this.
Exactly.
I
See,
can't
no.
save you from this. But you know what?
Who?
I wish I could, but I can't.
Now let's put rationalism in right here. That is a perfect movie to use as an example. Now, because I don't think people actually understood what that scene really meant. Now, that goes to Carl did everything he did for what they call that beautiful lady greed. That
For
beautiful
that
lady greed.
mean greed.
And ended up being responsible for his best friend, the death of his best friend.
He plotted that.
I
Like, you
know.
plotted it.
He
So you
planned
was
it.
gonna go after him getting killed, and you thinking you finna go get him out the picture, and then you finna get all this money, and then you finna go get
And
his
then get his
chick.
wife.
Man, boy, it's I
We're
think
having comments. Shell says, one, pick your battles. One. Two,
I agree with that.
vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
Ah,
Bam.
vengeance is mine, says the Lord, but he could have it back when I'm done with it.
No.
I had to say that. I had to. Vengeance belong to the Lord, but he
He's
can have
saying
it
the
back when we done with it.
we're not going to do that. No, see, we're trying to get people to rationalism.
But that goes back to,
Change
like I
that
said, my homegirl, my homegirl Karma. It's
karma.
just I don't have to do nothing. I'll just sit
Yep.
back here, and I mean, it was already a table. It was already a table set before my enemies anyway. So I'm like, I'm just, how about I come sit at this big ass table while you over there at the kitty table, and you looking, how did he get over there? Yeah, I got over there because I wasn't a hater like you. Bow down to a brother that's greater than
Oh,
you.
stop
You,
it.
you know I'm gonna mess with it.
Oh,
You know
stop.
I'm gonna
I
mess
know
with it, man.
you are. I know you are.
It's the coffee.
More coffee. Or
Mm,
it's the coffee.
mm,
Look at you.
mm.
But and you've known situations I've had to endure, and um the weight of those things. You also know how refreshing it has been for me to just be able to walk away. Not everyone sees the Rochelle say,
The
yeah,
silver
effort.
lining.
Not no, I got pulled to the side from Shell is saying, yeah, effort, what you were saying, work. Nah, I let the father deal with it. I'ma just chill.
Yeah,
Like
I
you say,
let
let me go
karma
get me
deal
a
with it.
promotion.
But you have to learn. You still have to learn from it though. So you still have to pay attention. I can still
You
let you
do.
deal with it, but you still got to pay attention. It's almost like we'll go into this when you was talking about the situations that you've endured and everything. You still have to pay attention to it because so that you'll know not to give in
Put
to and
yourself in that
concentrate on that
situation
pain,
again.
so you can learn the lesson. 'Cause you
That
so
brings in, you say concentrate on that pain.
yeah,
That
so that
brings
yeah.
in forgiveness.
Hmm.
Concentrating on that pain is part of the process of forgiveness, because you
Hmm.
can't get away from that pain until you can't get to a point of forgiveness until you get through that pain.
Yeah, because you have to release that power. Because at that point in
Mhm.
time, people have that power over you if you
Over
keep
you.
on doing it. That's another one for the next week. We can talk about that, the art of forgiveness. So that's just a snippet on what we can talk about next week. And if in the comments y'all want to hear that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can put that in there
Hmm.
down below in the comments or whatever. But yeah, I totally agree with Shell.
Yeah, she's like, let the father get them. Um, yeah, we'll touch on that on the next show, because
Yeah,
that art of forgiveness, man,
the art of forgiveness.
you people don't know the power of it. They don't know the power of it to be able to walk in that. It's
Hmm.
awesome. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't know how to do that. Let's put it that way.
Like
I,
you see what this shirt say? It's over 9,000.
I
That's where you want your energy to be at, man. You want your vibrations to be high. We supposed to be in here vibrating high, especially in 2020. because you know we gotta
And
have
we
a
can't
high,
get there
we
until
gotta
we
have
get
a
our
higher
minds right.
process, man. Yep.
So that
But
thought
you
process,
definitely gotta get what you said, that thought process.
right. So Rochelle say that forgiveness is definitely an art. Yes, it is, and we will touch on that next Monday. That will be our topic next Monday, and I'm sure we'll have Frederick joining us in on that one
Yep.
with plenty of information and tools for us to utilize with the art of forgiveness. But today, thought process,
And the
consequences, and
consequences or
repercussions.
repercussions of them actions. Cause you gonna get these repercussions, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You
So
know what you gonna say? Go ahead.
there is nothing that we can do. Nothing. Because scripture clearly says everything that's done in the dark will come to light.
You
So
know
there is,
what?
go ahead.
There, there's nothing that we can
Mm-hmm.
do. And that ought
Mm-hmm.
to tell a lot of people something with all of the things that's going on when we start seeing the shootings of these shootings of unarmed black men and basically just wrongdoings to anybody. You sit up there and you say, "Hey, we want justice for this, we want justice for that," and our justice is only like a temporary fix. That what I think that what we feel like our
That's
justice
exactly what it is.
is a temporary fix. It's to kind of be appeased. It's I asked for fries with no salt. So I got fries with no salt, but they cold. Now I gotta go get some more fries. Next time I got fries with salt and they fresh. No, man, you messing it up. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get. So the thing about this is like you have to, like for instance, like when they was talking about George Zimmerman,
Mm-hmm.
we knew that that was wrong and how what we felt like should have happened to him, right?
Right.
Because he didn't go to jail. We sitting up here like, oh man, he ain't getting no jail. Man, that man life is hell. So what you might not see it, but that man life screwed up.
And see, okay, so
And one thing, and I'm gonna say, and the thing about it is when you said uh it ain't nothing we can do, well, know why that is? Because you, me, or nobody else got heaven or hell to put each other in.
that is true. We are not judge and jury.
Nor
It's not in our
execution.
hands.
You ain't supposed to be
Well,
executioner either.
we're not. I was just about to say, well, hold up, because we have some of those out there. we have
It feels good, like, or it's a temporary thing because that's where ego come in, but that's another story.
some.
But
That's another story.
what you was finna say?
I got caught up on that. I forgot what I was about to say. That our thought process. I'm going back to our thought process. Not all of us are able to, again, rationalize that
Yeah.
because, like you said, justice immediate. I'm hurt. I'm angry. I want you to feel the same way I feel. You
Mm-hmm.
know, let's just say hypothetically, one of your partners break into your place, steal your shit, sell your shit, but still in your face every dang on day like he ain't did shit. When you find out that he was responsible for breaking in your shit, stealing your shit, selling your shit, what you gonna do?
Yeah. Ego
What you
first you gonna have a conversation with two people. You gonna have a
mm-hmm.
conversation with ego, and then you're gonna have a conversation with the other half of yourself. So it's like I'll say this, you're gonna have a concept, you're gonna have a conversation with the Sith, which is the ego, and then the Jedi, which is the higher self. So which one you gravitate towards is going to be the one you gravitate towards is going to be the one that's going is going to be the one
Gonna take
that's
gonna
going to
take
take
it on.
precedence.
Handle,
So when you
yep,
start
handle the
thinking
situation.
about this, like, okay, what can I do to get the most out of it? Because ego is going to tell you, I broke bread with this motherfucker. I done brought
Mm-hmm.
this dude into my crib, and this is how you repay me. And he's like, and this is how you repay me. It's like, you know what now? See, we already talked to enact. Don't don't fuck with me. We already talked that. You know what I'm saying? So now you go in and you do what you say. Let's say you beat the dude, right? And let's just say he got sense, and he like, okay, I got beat. Now I call an ambulance, and dude that my boy that beat me, I call the ambulance. I go to the doctor because I got like one contusion, two broke ribs. I'm missing a few teeth. One of my testicles ain't working right no more, and all that. You know what I'm saying? And then now you over here thinking you done enact justice, and now you done did a police report, and then you go say I'm taking it to court, but now you getting countersued for medical expenses. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's like, okay, so you win, but then you lost because now you still got to interact with this person, and now you got to give up something for this person for what it is. Some people might take that. Me, for one, I'm like, I don't need to do nothing. I'm just gonna take the necessary steps for the things that happen the way it's supposed to happen. Because, like I said, I go back to the whole George Zimmerman thing. That like this, I ain't gotta watch you go through hell. That's not my concern after that. As long as I can get my damn stuff back and all this here, and know that you can't cross me, it's cool to touch them up. But I'm not finna just like, I'm not finna sit up here and just like make it to where you finna send me a counter bill or whatever where I gotta do some shit. But yeah, sometimes
Okay,
taking your
so let's talk
presence
about
away from
that.
people be the best
Be
way.
best. Yep, that is true. I agree with that. You if you take yourself out of someone's life, that's the best punishment ever.
hmm And that's another reason why I keep saying why some of these dudes be getting mad whenever they have to deal with a woman. Like, some women, and I'm not saying all women, but some women, they set them, the women that I've come in contact with are very security minded. They want their security. Like you when they got their security, man, they good. So
Mm-hmm.
if they know they got this good dude, he taking care your financial security is good. Oh, I ain't got to worry about this as long as he around. He takes care of this. I don't have to worry about nobody coming in, and I ain't got to worry about him stepping out. I'm secure this. If you can secure them four corners or them three P's, man, provide, protect, and prepare. If you secure them three P's for a woman, that's good. You good. And when she start messing up, and you catch her in your crib with John or Leroy or whatever his name is, you know what I'm saying? And yes, I do know that the first the first thing you want to do is pull a D'Angelo. Tell you what's on my mind. About to go get me
Shit,
now.
damn motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's the first impulse. But guess what? But at the end of that, he was like, why am I wearing handcuffs? So
I love that song.
yeah, so right there is another example of me saying I'm learning from that. I learned from that. Okay,
Learn from the.
you
Mm-hmm.
was the victim. That was the best friend and the wife, and you
Mm-hmm.
was the victim, and now you going to jail, and they still finna be together. Well, they can't because
At
they
the end
dead
of
in the
the
song.
day, they
They
did, but
died or whatever. But if they didn't die, you in jail, and they still together. So, like I said, you defeat that by being like simple. Okay, get the heck up out my crib. Get your shit, and you get ghost. And she gonna be,
same
please
thing.
no, it ain't what you think it is. And no, it ain't gotta be what I think it is, but this is what it's finna be. So I guarantee you, in about a few more months, this mother sucker gonna be like, I stepped outside of my security. My security's
Mhm.
gone. I can't do this no more. I don't have access to this no more. And I don't know where it's coming from. So just that insecurity of uncertainty, that's gonna drive her crazy. So you've already done what you needed to do. You just gotta fix yourself
And
up and
it's
put yourself
vice
back.
versa.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, with men that do the same thing. And
Hell yeah.
I'm about to throw that right back
Hell
out
yeah. Yeah. I was
right
gonna
back
let you do that. I was gonna come from that
out.
angle and
Right.
let you go right here and go into that because it's definitely
Cause
two sides to that.
I have no problems disappearing.
Yeah.
No problems. Whoop,
Yeah.
be
When
gone.
homeboy come around, he's like, man, hold up, wait a minute, where's she at? Damn, my partner ain't here. I ain't finna go that
Right?
route by when I come home, it's meals cooked. Cause nowadays women got shit to do. And
You
so
got
it's
things.
not saying that I'm coming home and I'm looking for you to put my food on the table or whatever. Hell, you and me are
That
probably
ain't gonna happen.
starting
We
this
we
doggone.
going
We
That's
probably
right. We
starting.
working.
We probably building an empire. So
Hmm.
chances are is when I come to the crib, it's like now I'm looking for my sanctuary. You know what I'm saying? I'm
And
trying to
that's on
probably
both
come through.
parts.
Yeah, I'm trying to come through here and let you help relieve what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? As far as a man, like, but if I fuck that up and I come back to the crib and I done fucked that up so much, and now I don't have my tranquilizer. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't got my tranquil, my partner with me like that, dog. Something, it's funny. You gonna feel it. It's so many songs. Y'all know I'm an R&B head, so it is so many songs that go with I done messed up and I done had this and now I'm so alone and I
Okay.
regret that and stuff like
So
that.
let me
So
ask
yeah.
you this, since we okay, this is where we can do your plug um for your album.
Hey, yup,
On your album. Now, I've listened to every song, and you know my favorite one is Fallen.
falling.
That is my favorite song.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Okay. Now, on your album, what cut would you say would fit this topic?
Oh shoot, that's. I got two of them for that.
Let's hear them.
One, you gotta walk out on me, which is
Mm-hmm.
definitely the one where they thought that the grass is greener on the other side, and that
Yeah.
security get gone, and you realize what life is like without that security, and now you, oh, I gotta get back to that, and then you can't get back. Yeah, that's that, and then let me go. That's just basically when a man's fed up. And it's like when he
When a
fed up,
man
it's
is
like
fed up,
when a man is fed up. That's basically
let me
what that
hear
is.
some of that, because there most songs out there we're hearing men the and I'm gonna put it out there. Music is life. Music's supposed to mirror our lives, okay? And with the music that's out there now, all we're hearing are, and I'm ashamed to say I really like this song, but at the same time, I have to question things. WAP.
Wow.
Yeah.
You you want to know? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. It's I would much rather hear songs that have different subject matter other than that.
And that's
But
what I was getting to.
but the thing behind WAP is what everybody that's grown has said. They just haven't called it WAP. But for a tasteful name for it now is WAP. So everybody can just gravitate. It's like some people don't like saying pussy. Some people
Mm.
don't, some people feel like, oh, that's such an ugly word. Some people they don't
Yes.
like it, and some people get in the heated passion when they having it out with their significant other, and then yeah, it come out. You start dropping p
Mm-hmm.
bombs, but
Yeah.
in public, you hear they gave us an acronym that actually says WAP. I can tell you WAP, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. So
Mm-hmm.
they made it tasteful to talk about because everybody talks about, and that's like what people like you and me are like.
No.
We can get
What
along
made
with
it
that.
tasteful was the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire. They made it tasteful.
I agree with that. Yep,
Okay,
I agree
so
with that.
I was bringing up music to take us back to our thought process. I want to take us back because if what we are taking in on a daily basis is distorting our thought process, should we not start going back and, let's say, filter filter what we allow into our systems,
We
starting
should.
with what we take in via ear into our minds, because we start to mimic, emulate the things that we take in, such as our entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
our music. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be out here doing what they do. Yeah, do you, boo boo, do you?
Mm-hmm.
But understand that the people that are listening, that are really pouring into what you're doing, you are responsible for shaping, helping to shape their
Thank
minds.
you. That's exactly what it. So really, okay, when I hear people say, "Hey, y'all can't get mad at them because they ain't your, it's not their responsibility for being a role model or whatever. This is not this." Okay, let's just say this. Let's say, let's say, I, okay, let's just say I don't like using myself with this, but I'm gonna have to. I'm bite the bullet on this shit. Okay,
Okay.
if I sell you this, if I sell you this pill that's gonna turn you invisible for a whole that's gonna turn you for a whole day, I sell you this pill and you take this pill and you can turn invisible at will for 24 hours. But I know that this pill got this adverse side effect that's gonna off you. I know that the pill got that. And it might be a high, but if I sit up here and I give you that pill, knowing that that pill can endanger you, I'm just as
Mm-hmm.
bad. If I put that out there like that, I was okay. That means that that means that because I know that does give me a responsibility to be like, now what do I want to do? Do I want to cater to the betterment of you, or do I want to be the orchestrator of your demise?
Bam.
Because I know that that's what it is. So it's like if I sit up here and I make this song about if I sit up here and I make this song about doing bad stuff to your people, to our people, and then and like the baby. I you
Mm-hmm.
know I like the baby. He cool. I'm glad he doing what he doing. Getting his hustle or whatever. But like when he had that one song, Suge, when he came out with Suge, and he was like, you know, I can do like this and go to the hood and go buy me a nigga. Like, okay, put 20 Ks, put 20 stacks on your head and get somebody, get one of your
Oh
partners to
my
come kill
goodness.
you. Get one of your
Oh my
partners to come
goodness.
kill you. Like, okay, now if I sit up there and I say that, and a teenager comes up and he actually does some stuff like that, like he carries that out. Where did he get that from? So he pointed that at
It was
okay, it's not.
planted from,
Yeah, it
yeah.
said, well, I learned that tactic from such and such. Okay, people are gonna look at you, and you can hide behind that. It's not my responsibility, but at the same time, if I put the weapon in your hand, I know you're going to do at least one or two things. And I didn't say pull the trigger. Now, literally,
You
you
pretty
kind of
much did.
did. Like you
You
kind
put it
of
in
did
the
because
jar.
you gave me the you kind of showed me what could happen afterwards if I did. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like you still, so you know how people sit up there in a room and they say something, and then you get like the people that's like when the toes get crunched and they sitting and they shrink down in their seat. Like, how many of y'all got bad breath? And you ain't brush your teeth and you be like, and they sit down and see, like, okay, you can't sit up here and talk about you ain't never finesse. Like if somebody say finessing a dude for his money is wrong, and then he give you this whole speech on why it's wrong, and then you sit and you gonna be like, you gonna have to like, well shit, that ain't my problem, but the part of you gonna be like, yeah, I did kind of say that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's at the end of the day, you have to take accountability on what you put out in the universe.
Yep.
You have to,
That
you kind of got to have to do, because if you don't align with that, then it's like, it's better off that you don't do it. And when you go to our music, and what I believe with this is when you go to our music, I would think that people would have caught on by now. Like, have you ever noticed that if they know that they can control the vibration by what you put out, and they tell you that, yeah, that's good, but we want you to do this song.
mm-hmm.
You don't think that that's like manipulation? If you do this song, you finna get this X amount of money. These people finna like you. This is who you are. This is how are you telling me who I am when I'm seeing so
Those
much?
studio gangsters.
Huh? Yeah.
That
You
those
know
studio
what?
gangsters.
Yeah. And and that's another topic I just thought of. So you see that, and then you're like, well, just damn, like, yeah, the money is good. And I'm not just, but I got my other things that I do. Like, that's the whole Nino Brown thing right there. You knew Nino Brown took over a whole apartment complex. He took over the Carter. He shot some people. He had his henchmen shoot people in broad daylight, and he running all this stuff up because of the way he was raised and how he felt like he had to get it. But come Thanksgiving, he handing out turkeys, and he trying to be so at the same. I don't give a damn how many turkeys that you hand out or whatever. The fact of the matter is, you done did some underhanded stuff to get where you at, and it's not going to, that ain't finna.
atone.
Yeah, that ain't no atonement. If you want to
Mm,
fight against the system, then you need to use what the system gave you against the system.
there you go.
So
There
they,
you go.
so that's just how it is, and it's like, well,
So how about the snapback of, well, they're just weak minded to take in what's being said as entertainment, a way to make money. They must be weak minded to take that literally and run with it.
gotta go to your
You
phone.
know, so if
Go ahead.
so if the snapback is that the people are weak minded to fall for it, that's trying to shake off the accountability.
Right.
When
Yeah, yeah,
last
it's an excuse.
our last topic was we need each other to advance in
Hmm.
life. Okay, so if we're needing each other to advance, and you having those out there that are refusing to take accountability for their brothers and sisters, what they're teaching them, what they're giving them, I would equate that to the crabs in the barrel, wouldn't you?
Hmm. Holding them down. Go. Oh shoot, go get your mask. Hurry up.
So this goes back to the greed thing, because a lot of that stuff we're talking about, messing up, manipulating the next person's mind, is about lining your pockets.
Hmm.
I'm
Lining
wondering
your
how they sleep
pockets.
at night. The
Yeah. How,
consequences.
how can you sleep at night? Yeah.
The
All the
consequences
time
and
on the 5 bags of money. Yeah. Go ahead.
some Egyptian sheets in a 10-bedroom mansion with 5 cars in the garage,
Hmm.
while your brothers and sisters are out here taking the words that you didn't put out here on the tracks and messing up their lives.
Off the subject, that's another reason why I wish you could find that movie Dante's Inferno, man. I mean,
Okay.
man, if you could watch that movie, that it's like I told you, it's animated. It's animated, but boy, it's a lot of it's some symbolism in that this very thing we talking about. But anyway, yeah, lining your
We got
pockets
5
with
minutes to 12.
yep.
We're going to do our key points, our retouch. And right now we're talking about thought processes, consequences, and repercussions
For them actions.
for them actions.
Move,
um,
Diz. Move. Move. Don't you
what we're
move.
looking at
Stand
is
behind her. Good girl.
understanding that our brothers and sisters are not going to be able to come up if we are not taking responsibility
Yeah.
and
We're gonna stay in the same people, the same people that I'm sorry, y'all gonna have to walk with me. I got to take care of something. Y'all gonna have to go with me on this little journey real quick, and y'all gonna have to yeah. So yeah, the same people. Like for instance, if I go outside, if I go outside with these shoes with these certain types of shoes on, right?
Mhm.
And people look at them shoes and be like, "What is them?" I'm like, "Well, these the shoes
Okay.
these whatever." Like, they never heard of them shoes.
Okay.
Never heard of those
This
shoes.
goes back to like when I said
But
about
let
pro
like
wings.
yeah. So I come out with these shoes, right? And I might get laughed at or I might not get paid no attention. Let Drake or
Mm.
somebody come out with the same shoes.
The same shoes. Yep, the same shoes. They gonna be popping and off the shelves. Followers, influencers. These are influencers that we, not just influencers we're talking about, but yeah, influencers with the music and the fashion. Um,
There we go. All right, hold on.
there you go.
All right, there we go. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. So do you know how many people gonna like them shoes? That's gonna be some crazy. That's some crazy stuff right there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because they saw somebody.
right, the people that put
Exactly.
what people don't understand is I understand what people some of these artists don't understand is artists, actors, filmmakers. They all have their part. You got people that are watching you, and they're going to follow
Mm-hmm.
what you have going on. So if they part of the reason why they want to follow too is they want to know how did you get what you got. Learn from you. So the ones that are speaking for you, you know, the ones
Mm-hmm.
that speak that stuff, they, like you said, they can hide behind all they can hide behind. Uh, what was it you said? You said they hide behind um that. What did you say? You said, what do you think about
That
people that hide behind the thing that takes them out of that takes them out of
that
accountability?
it takes them out. Okay, yeah, it takes them out of it's that the fact that the people that are receiving this information is weak-minded. So they're saying that
Yeah,
it's not
weak-minded.
their
Okay, yeah.
responsibility.
Oh,
They
it's
have
not my
no control
responsibility.
of that.
Hmm. So, you know, those, I think you have to understand. I can sit up and say all the time, I didn't tell you to go do that. But if I give
Mm-hmm.
you, but if you've wondered, if you've ever wondered about, if you have ever wondered about where this path is going to take you, then I'll give you an illustration on that path. And if it looks good to you, you're going to try it out, depending on
Now,
the type of person you are.
great point. That's a great point, which takes us again back to our belief systems. If you can show a person, like I said before, the information, the scripture needed to stand on, and how it ties into their actions, and their actions ties into their blessings. If you could show them that map, they'd be more inclined to try it,
Hmm.
to
Yeah,
walk in it.
that's it.
So goes back to, like you were saying, what sides are you feeding? Are you feeding the ego? Are you feeding, you know,
Are you
it
feeding the Sith side of you or are you feeding the
or the
Jedi
Jedi?
side of you? That's it. You have a
That's
choice.
it.
And the choice you make is going to determine the repercussions and consequences for them actions.
Or them actions, the emotionalism and the rationalism of your everyday life.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back next Monday, 11 a.m. with Coffee and Convo, Ari and Chosen.
Already. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be light. Y'all be balanced. Be great.